Welcome, everyone, to Take the Lead. I'm your host, William Kliske.
I'm John.
And we have two very special guests this time. Both are from the BB&J Sports podcast. Guys, introduce yourselves.
We got the most important B. It's your boy, Barman.
And as you guys have seen before, you've had both Bs on the show before, but it's time to complete the trifecta. You have Jake here today.
Welcome, guys. And let's start it off. John, Thursday Night Football, your Eagles played, and they had a performance.
Secondary's garbage.
But Howie still won.
Howie, if you're listening, go get Jalen Ramsey, please. You guys got burned. Devontae Adams, I'm pretty sure, had 120 yards.
180. 10 receptions, 180 yards.
And Aaron Rodgers, 422 yards. It's disgusting. But, I'll take the win. They're 2-2. I think they got a chance to win the division and win the Super Bowl.
Do you think they still have that chance?
I'm just kidding. Winning the division?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Cowboys have played 3 garbage teams.
Division, yes. Super Bowl, no.
You know what? I think for me it was a must-win game for the Eagles, and I think they should. They really have something there. So if they get Ramsey, I think they could be very formidable.
Jordan Howard, though. Jordan Howard, that man went off, and he finally had a good game.
Keep giving him the ball.
Please. I have him in fantasy. He got me like 29 points.
Let me ask you guys something. If Jalen Ramsey goes to the Eagles, what do you think their potential record could be?
I mean, they have 2 losses already, so I'd say if they did it like now, they'd probably go like 10-6.
11-5 maybe?
I was thinking 10-6,
10-6.
honestly.
I'll go 12-5.
12-5?
12-5, 17 games?
John,
That's
are you predicting
They're
the future?
skipping their bye week.
I said 11-5.
I heard 12.
We did hear 12.
Well, I thought I said 11, but okay.
Roll back the tape.
Go back to the tape. But John, speaking of your 12-5 mishap, wow, what could be potentially happening next year?
That would be 17 games. Get rid of the preseason.
Yep.
Do you guys agree with that potential?
I would say, yeah, if you're going to do 17 games, get rid of the preseason.
Here's the thing.
There's no reason
Maybe not get rid of the preseason. Play 2 preseason games. You don't need 4 preseason games. Play 2. Let your starters, if they want to get a couple reps, give them some live action reps, and give 1 game for your backups to see what they're all about.
Yeah, so it doesn't affect your regular season. You can still try out like undrafted rookies and whatnot.
You play 2 games. 2 games is enough to kind of see what people are. The starters sit out the first 2 weeks. They dabble in week 3. They don't play week 4.
Fact.
That, and there's less chance that someone gets injured as well.
Which is always beneficial for the league, except for this year when all the quarterbacks are going down.
Yeah, going down anyway.
Going down
do you
quick.
think potentially, because one thing that I heard is them making, totally getting rid of preseason, making it an 18-game season, but having 2 bye weeks. What's your thoughts on that?
That would be interesting. Honestly, I don't think I would be against it personally, but just weird. I don't know.
I mean, the whole thing is everybody's so used to the tradition.
Right, so it's just weird to think of something different.
Yeah, there was a long time ago where it was 14 games. They changed it to 16. It's been that way for a long time now. But it's like, people are so resistant to change that there's going to be an uproar if it happens, but they don't realize that it could benefit the game.
Exactly. I feel like it definitely would be a benefit with 2 bye weeks. It would just take a lot more planning with the scheduling and whatnot.
Yeah.
And you said that would get rid of... You think that would get rid of the entire preseason? Yeah. Huh? John, do you have anything you want to talk about that? No. Do you agree? Disagree?
I think I should go to 17 games.
But what about Brad's 18-game 2 bye week? No?
That's not bad.
Yeah. I do think that the preseason, at least a little bit of it, is necessary. Have at least 2 games to see what people are all about. You don't want to throw... You want to have a chance with, your rookies that you drafted, your undrafted players. You want to see what they're all about. You want to see them in a live action game. Give them 1 or 2 games.
That don't mean anything.
That literally don't mean anything.
Yeah.
Quick tune-up.
Yeah, I couldn't really disagree with it, so... Because I just think 4 preseason games is a little overkill for games that don't matter. Moving on. Baker Mayfield took a shot at AB, and AB fired back. I want to know your guys' thoughts on it. Brad, you want to start?
AB, he either needs to just put aside his ego and accept the fact that, he needs to listen to people. People don't play by his rules. He plays by the NFL rules and the team's rules, and come back. He's a good receiver. I think he could still play in the NFL, but he has too much of an ego. He wants it all about him, and he He literally took one class at college and feels like, oh, he's like the answers to a test and everybody needs him.
Yeah. Should I say what Baker Mayfield said?
Absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just realized I should have loaded it up and said it. All right, so Baker Mayfield on one of his most recent Instagram posts, he replied to Laska24 in his comments. So a nobody.
Nobody.
So Laska's like, win football games, that speaks louder than these AB-ish style posts. And Baker Mayfield responded, you're right, let me call out my teammates and throw a fit about my helmet, then go freeze my feet off. And AB saw it and wasn't happy, so he went to the good old Twitter machine. He's like, sorry ass Chico, keep rolling right. You ain't done nothing in this league. The internet only place you would ever talk to or about me. You know you get beat quick, slice you up some humble pie. Should have never been drafted before Lamar Jackson. What a big scam. So
Now, here's the question, though. Talking about him being drafted before Lamar Jackson, who do you think's the better quarterback? Lamar Jackson or Baker?
Lamar Jackson.
All around or so far
Just
this
all
season?
around. So this season too.
All around, really?
See,
Yeah.
I'm not a Baker Mayfield fan, so I think I'd
I'm
go
not
Lamar
a
Jackson
Baker
as well.
guy, honestly. I know you call me haters. I'm still not huge on the Lamar Jackson train yet. I'll get there. If he can prove, he can have a consistent season, I'll get there. But I just feel like Baker is a better overall around quarterback. And I know you guys are going to give you shit for saying that because he's not making any throws this year, but what he did last year, I hate to say it, was remarkable.
I honestly agree with Brad. I think Baker Mayfield's a better all-around quarterback.
As of right now.
Yeah, right now, but both in their second year.
Career-wise,
Yeah,
they're both in their second season.
I would say Baker's a better game manager. I would
Yes,
give him that.
Yes.
So,
Lamar can better make things happen.
yeah.
He has his legs. He has. I hate to say it, he has an arm now, but it's not what Baker has.
Yeah, and it definitely wasn't as prevalent last season with Lamar.
No.
So, who do you think is going to end the season on a higher note? Baker Mayfield or Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I think the Ravens sneak into the
their
playoffs.
record's going to be better. They're going to win the division. Their
Yeah, you're
record's going to be better. I mean, speaking of that, too, they play each other this week.
Yeah.
So it really kind of tells, it's a chance to have those two teams not only pinned up against each other, not just teams, but the quarterbacks.
Yeah, so we can mention that more when we get to that game and when we make our picks. And if you guys haven't already, you can listen to BB&J Sports. They make their picks every Tuesday. They make their picks every Thursday.
Every Tuesday, Thursday, we drop episodes. Thursday, it's our preview. Tuesday, it's our recap. Like Billy said, we make our picks. We do a 2-minute drill. We dive into a game for 2 minutes. That's all we got. We're on the clock. But yeah, Billy, continue.
Yeah, they're on Anchor and Spotify. They just put in for Apple Podcasts. Hopefully they get on there soon. If not, we'll blame the second B of their
We'll blame the other
name.
B. That's Bobby.
Yeah, he was on this last Saturday, so we'll see how it goes then. But switching sports for a moment, we're gonna hop into baseball for a minute. So
he was a jump and a hop, and he was thinking about humble pie that he had to eat, so that H was there.
God, my brain's all over the place.
Oh man, that's going in the blooper reel.
Nope, that's going in the real.
Real.
The real. So this season in baseball, it's been a very historic season. Towards the end, 2 games left.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the records that have been broken this year are the Minnesota Twins are the first team to hit 300 home runs as a team and have 5 players all with 30 home runs each. So if anyone wants to take on Minnesota this year, want to talk about it? What chances do they have in playoffs?
I mean, they're definitely an underdog.
I think they're an underdog, but I mean they play the Yankees in the first round.
The
of the playoffs.
LDS, yeah.
I think that if they beat the Yankees, they could have a legitimate shot.
Yeah, especially with the Yankees having home fields in the ALDS because they have the better record.
Yeah.
It's a smaller ballpark. Minnesota's just been crushing the ball this year,
yeah.
so I think more games in Yankee Stadium could actually help Minnesota in this situation.
Yeah.
Would you guys agree, disagree?
Yeah, Yankee Stadium's a Little League ballpark.
Yeah, it's like, 200 feet to
Yeah,
right field?
listen, the balls are juiced already, so yeah, it's like Yankee Stadium is the perfect place to hit long bombs.
There's a reason Judge hits so many home runs.
He didn't actually hit that many this year.
There's a reason, his rookie year, he has so many home runs.
Yeah, he only has 26 this year.
Good. I don't
So,
like it.
yeah, I don't either.
As I always say, if it's not the Red Sox, anybody but the Yankees.
Yeah, but speaking about Aaron Judge and Brad's dislike of him, there's the potential that his rookie home run record is going to be broken.
I hope it is.
Pete
Love
Alonso
that.
last
Love
night,
it.
he tied his home run record at 52, and the Mets have 2 games left.
Who
So,
do they play and where do they play? Do we know?
Playing Atlanta.
They're playing in Atlanta.
Ooh, yeah.
No,
In
they're playing
Atlanta?
in New York.
Oh,
In New York. Okay.
You know what? I think he gets one more.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
it better be tomorrow in the last game of the season.
Yeah,
I think
so.
that'd be great.
I would hope so. I'm pulling for
Yeah,
him.
someone just sauces a meatball.
Yeah, Pete Alonso also leads the league in home runs too, which is crazy.
Really?
Yeah, but I think
I mean,
second place is at 49.
He did win the home run derby, correct?
I honestly don't know.
Yes.
He did.
He did.
It should have been Vlad, but he won the night. So
Yo, I love Vlad Guerrero Jr. So, short story. I went to Toronto for SummerSlam weekend. This isn't a wrestling story, but I went to a Blue Jays Yankees game, and Vlad didn't play, so I was bummed. But it's going into the bottom of the 9th, and the Yankees bring in Chapman at the same moment that the Blue Jays bring in Vlad Guerrero Jr. to pinch hit, and there's a runner.
Matchup.
And there's a runner on first. So Vlad in the first 2 pitches just took shots and whiffed. But then it ended up being a 13-pitch battle where pitch 6 or 7, if it was 15 feet more to the right, it would have been a 2-run home run to win.
Oh, man.
But then he ended up grounding into a double play.
Jeez.
So I was just like, dang.
I'll say I was fortunate enough to at least watch him when he was down in Double-A here in
Yeah, New Hampshire.
we're kind of
Manchester.
homers for Vlad because we do have the Fisher Cats here. who
And
are
Bo
the Double-A.
Bichette, Kevin
Yeah, Bo
Biggio, all
Bichette,
those guys.
Vlad, all these great players.
Cave and Biggio.
All these great players are playing for the Blue Jays now. Yeah, we saw them when they were younger. When we were kids.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still kids. We just shot them early in
I
their
went-
careers.
It's crazy. They're younger than us.
Yeah.
They are literally younger than us.
I went to a Fisher Cats game last year for the sole purpose that they were wearing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle jerseys. So it was cool seeing Vlad in one of those.
He looks like a Ninja Turtle.
Also, I went to Venezuelan night this past season. It was an experience.
It was.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add, John?
No.
But Alonso over Judge. That's what we're all agreeing on.
Yeah. So, where's the next stat? Oh, so the Yankees last night, they hit 6 home runs. That is the 34th time this season that a single team hit 6 home runs in a game.
Were they in New York?
I don't know.
If they were in New York, that's why. Like John said,
I don't think they were, actually.
Little League ballpark.
it's a Little League ballpark.
Let me double check where they were. They were in Texas.
Okay.
The Rangers.
Okay.
So
I
they
don't
hit.
think the Rangers are that good though.
No, they
Rangers
aren't.
are trash.
But they hit 6 home runs. That's 34 times this year that a team has done that. Which, if you take the second most and the third most and add them together, it's 34.
Really?
So I think that's just more evidence in what Jake said earlier about the baseball
I was
being
like, balls are
juiced.
juiced.
Yeah.
Balls are juiced. And lastly, looking at the playoff picture for Major League Baseball, who do you have representing the AL and the NL?
I have a rematch of a couple World Series ago. I think it's going to be the Astros versus the Dodgers. And third time is the charm. The Dodgers take the dub. Finally, Kelly gets the repeat for the World Series. We're going to have Fight Club 2.0.
Yeah, Jake, what do you think?
I'm actually going to agree. I know that's kind of boring, but I'm going to agree. I think Houston has an unbelievable pitching staff, almost 3 20-game winners. Very impressive. They picked up Greinke, which is huge. Although I'm going to have to disagree with Brad. I think I'm going to go Houston. I just think the pitching staff is what's going to get them the win. Kershaw seems to crap himself in the playoffs. I mean, it's just they just seem to find a way to lose.
Yeah. John?
And I said it last podcast. I'm going with Houston and Dodgers. I'm not changing it. So
I have a different answer than you guys.
All right, let's hear it.
I have Minnesota,
I like
LA. Just like
I do like it.
Minnesota, they've just been powerhouses this year. They reached 100 wins as well, which I forgot to mention. First season where 4 teams reached 100 wins which is impressive as all can be,
Absolutely.
especially for these 4 teams. So I think Minnesota right now at 160, they have a chance to upset New York. And then depending on how many games the Houston's rotation goes into against whoever wins the wild card, we could be seeing like their 4th starter in game 1, and we could see Minnesota's jump up to a potential 1-0 start in the ALCS.
Again, like I said earlier, honestly, Red Sox season, very disappointing.
Yeah.
We're all upset. We won it last year, though, so we got to spread the wealth.
108-54, never forget.
Anybody but the Yankees.
Yeah, anybody but the
I would say,
Yankees.
yeah, Bobby's not going to like that take.
Anybody but the Yankees.
Bobby, if you're listening,
cares?
the Yankees are going to lose, and you're going to have to accept that. You tried to argue who had more World Series wins overall.
You were in line for half of them anyways.
No, he was alive for like a fifth. He was only alive for like a fifth of them.
Yeah, but
if
he
that.
was a baby when they won them in the 90s.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Exactly.
count.
I mean, it technically does, but he wasn't a Yankees fan then. But we could spend an hour just ripping on Bobby and his sports team preferences, because I bet he never.
Jacksonville 13-3.
Yeah, but I bet he never told you this. When we were younger, his favorite team was the Denver Nuggets in the NBA. Why? I don't know. But
Carmelo
it was-
Anthony.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, that's a little fun fact about
I would
Bobby.
say another funny story about the Nuggets. I always remember I was watching Sports Center as a kid, and they used to have like the scroll bar on the side there of the top because they were about to go over. And at one point it was like the Nuggets and skid. I don't know why. I just thought of like just skid marks in your underpants. I thought that was so
What?
funny.
Jake is a child.
I don't even care. No shame.
Brad, you're not a Visco girl.
If a Visco girl craps her pants, it's gonna leave a skid mark.
But back on the sports talk.
Back on to sports.
No, sorry, Bobby, Billy, whoever you are, whatever
Yeah.
twin you are.
Yeah, whatever. We don't look alike, but that's okay.
You said you have the Twins and Dodgers.
Yes.
Who do you have winning?
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
I think the Twins will miracle it to the World Series, and I think the Dodgers will just overpower
so.
them.
3 of us have the Astros, Dodgers. 3 of us, all of us have the Dodgers representing the National League.
Yes.
3 of us have the Dodgers winning. Jake has the Astros winning.
Yes.
Yeah, I took Houston.
Oh, you took
John took
Houston
Houston
too?
too.
Yeah.
So two Houston, two
Kershaw's
LA.
a Peyton Manning of MLB
Good
play-up
man,
baseball.
good.
I mean, I
Man.
agree.
Dude always chokes.
Yep.
I agree, unfortunately. Because I love my boy Peyton.
Yeah, but I think this is just the Dodgers' year.
They said that past 2 years.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, the exact.
We'll
Well,
see.
Jake,
We'll see.
exactly. Third
Are they the
time's a
Buffalo
charm.
Bills of the 90s?
I hope so.
Poor Jim Kelly.
What do you got next on the docket, Billy?
All that's really left. Oh, we forgot to talk about Melvin Gordon. I completely skipped him after the Eagles game. So Melvin Gordon returned to training Thursday with the team. Brad, since you want to talk about how it'll affect the Chargers and your fantasy team, I'll let you go first.
So, I'm a big fantasy guy. Couple of my leagues, I have Austin Eckler. Couple of them, I have Melvin Gordon. So I'm kind of glad he's coming back, but at the same time, I'm kind of upset he's coming back.
Which I understand.
So I don't know what to do. But he could play this Sunday, because Justin Jackson has been ruled out. So they said he may see a couple snaps, but I doubt it. I don't know. I mean, he'll come back. He's going to take over Eckler. If you can trade Eckler for something good, do it. But I still think Eckler is an elite change of pace back. If Gordon sits out a snap or whatever, sits out a drive, Eckler can still carry that team like he's been carrying that team.
So do you think it'll be like a 1A1 or a 1-1A type thing?
I think you'll have like a 1 and then like a 2A. So like if I had to grade Melvin Gordon, he's probably like an A-, and I'd probably put like Eckler at like a B+.
Yeah.
They're like right near each other, but Melvin Gordon has already said that he's not coming back for the Chargers next year.
Did you read about how much money he lost for his holdout?
No.
So, according to Adam Schefter, he tweeted out the cost of his holdout. He will be subject to $1.2 million worth of fines, while losing out on $989,000 worth of base salary
So
for
basically
the first
$2
3
million.
games. Yep. And he's set to earn $4.6 million base salary for the rest of the
So
season.
he's only earning $2.5 million.
Roughly, yeah.
But what I think is going to happen is when Melvin Gordon leaves, he tests free agency next year.
That's
Chargers?
what Schefter says.
Yeah,
His
Chargers
plans are to move on.
They're gonna roll with Eckler.
I think so, too.
I don't think they'll go after a big name running back. They may draft one in like the 3rd or 4th round, but they're gonna roll with Eckler. And watch next year, Eckler could be a premier back in the NFL.
I agree. So I have a question for you, Brad, in regards to fantasy. Should I try to finagle Saquon Barkley for Austin Eckler? Like, try to get Barkley for a playoff run and trade Austin Eckler?
You could. If somebody actually does that trade, you're the winner of that trade if you do that.
I'll tell you my other running backs first.
Okay.
Hold on. I got to load it up. I know one of them's Alvin Kamara.
Okay.
So my running backs are Alvin Kamara, Austin Eckler, Mark Ingram, and on my bench I have Devonta Freeman and Matt Breida.
So what I would try to do is I would probably try to trade Eckler and like pair together Breida or Freeman or something like that because you're looking for the playoff run from Barkley.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be past the bye weeks and stuff like that. So you're gonna start Kamara.
Yeah.
And Ingram. I mean, I think Ingram's solid. You're lucky that you have that as your team.
Yeah.
You roll Ingram with your flex or whatnot.
Yep, that's where he is right now.
But yeah, I would trade Eckler and probably try to trade one of those other backs on your bench
That's
for
what I was
Saquon.
thinking.
For Saquon. But again, if you trade Saquon just because he's hurt, you're an idiot. He's out. He's out for 4 to 5 weeks. It's a high ankle sprain. He'll be out 3 to 4 weeks. Plus, they have the bye in there. You'll be fine. Do not panic. Do not trade Saquon unless you get some smoking hot deal. And no offense, Billy, that is not a smoking hot deal.
Yeah, but this person
but
might
no.
not be smart. I don't know who has them.
All I'm saying is I have Saquon in my league, and I'm keeping him. You know,
Yeah, I wouldn't trade him.
Yeah, for exactly what Brett said. But if I'm you and I'm trying to make that trade, I'm trading Freeman. If you guys happen to check out our podcast, I'm big on Matt Breida. I love Matt Breida. I think he's a good piece for San Fran's offense.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
I would
too.
try to keep him. I also have Mark Ingram in another league. Love him. So yeah, I'm trading Freeman because again I pick Atlanta and they always let me down. So get rid of Freeman.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, but I just looked at who has Saquon Barkley in that league, and I believe they're the 3-0 team. So they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So thanks for the advice.
You're welcome.
Probably not going to work out.
Fantasy Guru, I got you.
Yeah, Brad, where can they find you to get your fantasy tips?
If you want any fantasy tips or you want to listen to the podcast or have any questions, anything like that, hit me up on all social medias at bharmon, that's HARMON, 58, the number 58 at the end. Again, bharmon58. Any questions, you just want to slide in my DMs, you want to
Challenge
chat.
you in Madden.
Challenge me in Madden on an Xbox. I will clap you, but I like to play. Hit me up on Snapchat, do whatever, but like I said, bharmon58.
He'll do to you what people who went to Area 51 want to do to aliens. He'll clap your cheeks.
I will clap your cheeks.
clap those cheeks.
You know what? I'll do it with the Miami Dolphins. And if you're up for that challenge, I'll let you pick whoever you want. I'll be the Miami Dolphins, and I'll still clap you.
That's some very positive
take.
words for yourself. It's very confident of you, Brad, to say you'll be the Dolphins.
I like to play Madden. What can I say?
Who would you start, Fitzpatrick or Rosen, in that game?
Probably. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna sign Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick's gonna be my quarterback.
Is he even in the game?
No.
No, but look, I'm rolling with Fitzmagic. He's gonna make something happen.
All right, so those are all the topics that we have. So it's time for our quick picks. And hold on, who won the Monday night game last week?
The Bears.
The Bears. They
Bears.
steal the Redskins.
Yeah,
the
hold on.
Bears.
I need to see who we
The
picked.
Bears.
Okay, so John and I, we still need to go back and look at week 2. We might just skip it because I don't feel like listening to it, and I don't remember who we picked. But that's a lot of effort. But if I get to it, I'll officially add it. But after week 3, we're tied at 10-6. We're both shocking, right?
I mean, we're pretty close on ours.
We're pretty close.
Yeah.
We're pretty close. Bobby's up by 1 game in ours. I'm basically even. Jake's down 1 game. So
I mean, I'm rocking a 500 though, so
Yeah.
I'll take it.
John, did you have the Eagles winning on Thursday? Would that have been your pick?
Oh, yeah. I don't go against my team.
Okay, so then I'll give you a point because I bet on the Packers, so that's a loss for me.
Yeah, we all went Packers. We all
Owen
lost that one.
Packers.
Yeah, so I'll write on John 1 there for Thursday night. There. Okay, just so I can remember that. So technically now John is 11-6 and I'm 10-8. No, yeah, 10-7. 10-7. All right. So going into week 4 of the NFL season, what we'll each pick a game that we're most looking forward to watching. That's not our team.
Oh, you're killing me.
I know I'm killing you, Brad. Here's the list of games if you want to look first.
So as y'all know, I'm a big Colts homer. We're not gonna dive into it, but Colts are gonna beat the Raiders.
We'll get there. We're gonna go through each game afterwards. I just want your game of the week that's not your team.
You know, one thing I actually find it pretty interesting: the Panthers and the Texans. So you have Kyle Allen at quarterback for the Panthers, and you got the Panthers defense against a awful Texans O-line.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think the defenses overall are pretty matched. Deshaun Watson's better than Allen. It's going to come down to how much that Carolina's defense can pressure Deshaun Watson in that O-line. You make him scramble, you make him uncomfortable, and force him to throw to somebody besides DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah,
and then
I
you
agree.
win the game.
So, did you hear about Cam Newton, though?
He's out, and he may potentially be out for the season.
Yeah, because he lied about the extent.
He did.
Or he hid the extent of his foot injury.
That was like a YouTube video he posted. I heard.
Yeah.
Which, I understand, because when you're playing at that high level, that's your focus. You're just football. I'm here to play football and win games.
Yeah.
And it's, no offense, he's not doing either one of them.
Or throwing touchdowns.
Or he's not doing anything right now.
Literally nothing.
He's basically sitting on a bench nursing an injury, but it comes to a point where you have to separate your health from the game.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're injured,
don't play.
You're injured. It sucks, but you take care of your body and then the game.
Yeah. It's just if you know you're hurt, why risk hurting yourself even more?
Oh yeah. I could see though. I have Carolina. That's my upset of the week. Carolina over Houston.
Jake, your game of the week that's not the Patriots.
So there's actually a couple good ones I see.
He's gonna pick. There was an obvious one. I know somebody else is gonna pick. That's why I didn't pick it. But
again, I know what you're talking about, but I'm still not gonna do that. I'm gonna go battle the new QBs. I'm gonna go Haskins versus Jones, Redskins versus Giants.
Trash versus trash.
Listen,
we'll get to who you pick to win later. After
both new quarterbacks. We'll see what they have. Daniel Jones had a good debut, 18-point comeback, absolutely very impressive. It's just teams aren't great. Saquon's gone. There's a injury wheel of Redskins running back. Geis went down.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah.
Big thing you got to watch though. The person who has the most pressure in this game is Gruden.
Yeah, Jay Gruden's on that hot seat.
He's on the hot seat. If they lose, he may get fired after this week.
Yeah.
But no, that's definitely the game I'm looking forward to. Redskins versus Giants. Battle of the new QBs.
John, what is your game to watch?
That's not played.
That's not. Well, it wouldn't matter anyways because it's not your team.
Patriots Bills. 3-0 versus 3-0.
Do you think it's gonna be close? Do you think it's gonna be a Patriots blowout?
I think it's gonna be close. Bills got a really good defense. They probably got one of the top defenses in the league. Patriots defense is good too. So
Patriots.
I think it's gonna be a close game.
So far this season, the Patriots have the first-ranked defense at 5.7 points per game allowed. The Bills have the fifth-ranked defense with 15.7 points per game allowed. So
it's honestly coming full circle with the Pats. At the beginning of the dynasty, they relied a lot on their defense.
Yeah.
For Brady to make some good plays. They got to be okay with winning those 24, 21, 28, mid-20s. They don't need to be scoring 30 points every time.
Yeah, agreed.
Their defense is good enough.
Yeah, so let's see. My game to watch is going to be Jaguars-Broncos. And the only reason I mention this is because of Bobby's obsession with Gardner Minshew and his prediction of 13-3. And if they lose, just shoot him a text, be like, yo, you got to go undefeated the rest of the season.
I'll say I actually picked Denver, I think.
I did pick yes, he picked Denver. Me and Bobby both picked Jacksonville. But if you listen to one of our very first episodes, Bobby said the Broncos and the Jaguars both make playoffs.
Did he really?
He is retracting that. He has said he was wrong.
Well, about the Broncos.
He's still on this whole 13-3 train.
I know he is. That's why I bring it up.
Is he a troll or is he being serious?
We think it's a little bit of both. He looks like a troll, but we think he's being serious with his picks.
Bobby, stop.
It's literally how you have to
stop, Bobby.
But more importantly, I didn't pick this game because I thought somebody else was gonna pick it. You mind if I take one more game?
I'm gonna go through them all for our
sorry.
picks, and then we can talk about them.
Okay.
All right, hon. Actually, you know what, Brad? Talk about the game. The camera's about to turn off because it's gonna reach its time limit in a couple seconds.
Okay. So I'm all about the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears.
Ooh.
Yeah, see? That's a good game.
That is going to be a good game.
That was the game. I wanted to pick it, but I figured somebody else was going to pick it, so I don't want to take it from them. But I'm surprised nobody did, so I'm going to dabble on it again. I think it's a very, very evenly matched game. I'd say both decent defenses. The biggest question mark on both teams is the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
What will Kirk Cousins play? Like, well, yes, he'll play, but will he play efficiently? And will Mitch Trubisky play efficiently? Both their quarterbacks, they're both great teams. I could see both teams making the playoffs. I don't think they do. I still have the Packers winning that division. But that is honestly, that's my game of the week.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. So we're going to go into our quick picks. And as previously mentioned before, John is at 11-6. I'm at 10-7. And we're just going to go through all the games. And you'll chime in with who you picked on your podcasts. And you didn't go as in-depth because of your 2-minute drill. So if you want to go in more in-depth on any of these games, be my guest because you're the guest. So starting off is a game that Jake picks. Redskins-Giants battled the new QBs in town. So, Brad, we'll start off with you. Who do you have winning and why?
I got the Giants, Jones over Haskins. Pretty much, honestly, neither of the teams have any pieces at all because Saquon's out.
Yeah.
But, again, Jake's all about the battle of QBs. I have Daniel Jones over Dwayne Haskins. And my opinion, Gruden gets fired after this week once they lose.
Jake?
Yeah, I'm gonna defer. I'm gonna go Redskins. I want to see Haskins, see if what he's really made of. A lot of people were projecting him higher than Jones. So I want to see if he's going to prove everyone wrong, or if he should have been picked before.
Yeah, John?
I mean, it's going to be tough for the Giants not having Shaquarn, but they still got Sterling Shepard. Evan Ingram had a good game last week. Daniel Jones obviously had a good game.
Danny Dimes.
And I think the Redskins are absolute trash.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going Giants?
I'm going Giants.
I am also going Giants for the sole purpose that Daniel Jones seemed to do better once Saquon was off the field.
Yeah.
Because threw for 2 touchdowns, ran for 2 touchdowns, threw for 336 yards. And with this being Dwayne Haskins' first start, I think it's going to be a lot of pressure against a not-so-great team. But I think it's going to be close, but I think the Giants are going to edge it out because Daniel Jones already has one start under his belt.
Yeah.
So he's got that game experience. He's got that game experience over Haskins. So I'm going Giants. So we're going to reverse the order. I'm going to start with this one. Chiefs-Lions. I'm going with the Chiefs. It's self-explanatory. Patrick Mahomes, Sammy Watkins, Travis Kelce, just like it's the Lions. It's not going to go so well for them. So before John talks about who he's going to pick for that game, over under 3.5 touchdown passes for Patrick Mahomes. Just as a little fun thing.
I'm taking the under. I think he throws 3.
I was about to say the same thing.
I think he throws 3.
John, over under 3.5 touchdowns for Patrick Mahomes.
I'd probably say 3.
So under. All right. So who do you have winning?
To be honest, the Lions, they're really not a bad team if you look at their roster. They're really not a bad team at all, but you got to go with the Chiefs in this one. Their offense is so good. I don't think the Lions' defense will be good enough to stop them.
Yeah, Jake?
The NFC North is 7-0-1 against the rest of the league.
Besides I forgot about Thursday. That. Yeah.
Besides Thursday, before Thursday night, they were
7-1-1.
7-1-1.
Which is still an incredible record.
Still very good. Unfortunately, though, unlike did Bobby pick Detroit? I think Bobby ended up going Detroit. It was something bold like that.
I guarantee Bobby picked Detroit just to be different.
But I'm definitely not doing that. I'm taking Kansas City.
Yeah, Brad.
I do have to. I straight up have to go Kansas City. Their whole roster over Detroit's whole roster. Like John said, Detroit's not a bad team, but they're in a really tough division. They're not going to make playoffs, and also too, they have a tough schedule ahead of them. Do not believe the hype of the Lions. Because of their tough schedule, they'll be lucky if they win 5 or 6 games.
They also have, before we move on to the next game, they also have some injuries too. No Damian Williams, no Tyreek Hill, no Eric Fisher for the Chiefs.
But the Chiefs are still going to win.
But they're still the Chiefs.
They're still the Chiefs.
They're still great. So, we'll just reverse the order every time. So, Brad, we're going to start with you. Titans and Falcons.
I honestly, this could be a better game than people think. I think both
I agree.
teams are pretty even. To me, it's a coin flip. Atlanta's disappointing. Tennessee is literally a roller coaster ride. They have their highs and they have their lowest of lows. But I think I'm going to take Tennessee this game. Tennessee, Derrick Henry is going to have a good game. Mariota, it all depends. Titans are good when Mariota plays good.
Yeah.
If he does not play good,
They don't
lose
play
other
well.
games.
Yeah.
I think he'll have a decent week this week. Matt Ryan will also have a good week, but I have the Titans by a very small margin over the Falcons.
By like a field goal then?
Maybe, yeah. I'd say like a field goal.
Jake?
On our podcast, me and Bobby are both known for taking the Falcons. They let us down every week, but I'm not changing after this on another podcast. I'm going Falcons.
John?
I'm going Falcons. I don't think Titans are a good team. Marcus Mariota is not a good quarterback in my opinion at all.
Oh, yeah.
I think Matt Ryan's going to have a good game. The game's in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan's good in the Dome, so obviously going with the Falcons in this one.
I have to agree with Brad with the Titans. Just like Jake was saying, I was going with the Falcons the first couple of weeks. That didn't look so good for me. It didn't help me out at all. It's just like, come on, I hyped you up with your 13 Dome games this year. You're doing do good. That didn't really happen. So it's just like, I'm taking my faith off of them, at least for this week. If they do good again, I might pick them next week. But as of for this week, I have the Titans. Next up, Browns and Ravens. Oh, man. John, do you have a pick yet? Because I can't think of one. Browns
I'm going
and
with the
Ravens.
Ravens in this one.
You're going Ravens?
I'm going with the
Okay.
Ravens.
Why?
I think just all around a better team. Like I said, Lamar Jackson's better than Baker Mayfield. I think I thought that last week or 2 weeks ago I said the Browns offense is finally going to click. I don't think it has yet, so I'm going with the Ravens in this one.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with you on the Ravens. The Browns just haven't been that good chemistry-wise this season so far. It's just like they've been a little disappointing except against the Jets. And Lamar Jackson's just been lighting up the league, showing that he can actually throw the ball instead of just running. Like first quarterback with 250 passing yards and 125 rushing yards in the same game. So it's just like Lamar Jackson's definitely stepped it up more than Baker Mayfield has this season. So that's why I'm going to pick the Ravens as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to agree with you guys. I'm going to go Ravens. I don't trust the Browns, especially this first season. I said it's going to take some time to gel, let it work its way out. One question I actually do have for you guys. So, over under Myles Garrett, half a sack. You're taking the over under. Can he get a hand on Lamar Jackson?
Oh yeah, he's a beast.
Defensive player of the year, early prediction.
Yeah, he's second in the league in sack right now behind Shaquille Barrett of Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say over. I think you'll get one, and it'll be like something stupid, like a botched handoff or something, and Lamar keeps the ball, and he's just like, oh, sack.
Yeah, so I think he gets one, but that's about as far I'm going with it.
You know, I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna say he gets 1.5 sacks.
Oh,
1.5
fancy.
sacks.
Oh, look at you going half sack, Brad.
But you said you picked the Ravens, right?
I pick Ravens.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. It's hard not to pick the Ravens in this one. The Cleveland Browns. No, I really mean clowns. They're so dysfunctional. They don't know what's going on. Baker just likes to talk and not play football. And also, too, Lamar Jackson could be the next Michael Vick.
Yeah.
If he gets an arm, he could be the next Michael Vick. I could see the Browns by a blowout.
Yeah, and he definitely
I
showed
could
an
see
arm
the
in
Ravens
Miami.
by a blowout.
Yeah.
The Browns are going to get blown out.
Yeah, and he definitely showed he had an arm against Miami in week 1. So I think it's there. It's just got a little more work to do, but I think he'll get there. All right, so moving on. Brad, we're going to talk about your team now.
Hey,
The
what
Colts
a baby.
versus the Raiders.
Lucky
for you, you're starting off.
Yes.
So go ahead.
Colts, we're suffering from some injuries right now. Malik Hooker, he's out for a couple weeks. Darius Leonard has a concussion right now. T.Y. Hilton's questionable. Devin Funches is out. We got injuries, and but we're playing the Oakland Raiders.
Fact.
So I'm still saying Colts are winning. It could be a closer game, but I say Colts win by a close margin. But Colts.
All right, Jake, who do you got?
You know what? I so badly want to pick the Raiders just to piss off Brad, but I'm going to take the Colts, too. I've picked against them, and they've proved me wrong. So, for once, I'll go with them. And maybe because I choose them, they'll lose.
I swear to God.
John,
Brad, past 2 weeks, I took the Colts to lose. I'm sorry.
you gonna do it again?
And they won, right?
I'm going with the Colts on this one.
There we go.
I thought you were saying you were sorry about not taking them again.
Yeah, past 2 weeks, I took the Colts to lose. So, Brad, this one's for you.
Hey, thank you.
Brad, I also voted against the Colts the last 2 weeks.
What are you doing this week?
I'm voting for the Colts.
What it do, baby? 4-4 for the Colts.
The Colts have been impressing me, at least giving me a higher expectation than I originally had going into the season. Once Andrew Luck announced he was retiring, Jacoby Brissett is stepping it up. And I actually asked this question to John on the last episode, so I want to get your guys' take. Jacoby Brissett, Jimmy Garoppolo, who's the best ex-Brady backup as of right now?
Right now, Brissett.
Are you sure?
Right now, it's Brissett.
I mean,
Did Brissett throw 3 picks in a game last week?
That's a very good point.
No.
my whole thing is...
I think Brissett, he has a better system around him right now.
See, I think for a quarterback, Garoppolo is better. So
See,
I feel like they're more... Kyle Shanahan is
Kyle
an
Shanahan
offensive guy.
is an offensive guy. I mean, so is Frank Reich. Frank Reich was a quarterback coach beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think there's better pieces around Jacoby Brissett that sets him up for success. He has an amazing O-line. He has good veteran receivers. He has a solid running back who can stay healthy.
Yeah.
None of the Niners backs can stay healthy.
Yeah.
True.
So I think, all in all, quarterback to quarterback, I may take Garoppolo, but in the system that he's in, Brissett is going to be more successful.
And for those reasons, I will agree Brissett.
I have to agree with that as well, but...
Niners guy.
No, I'm not even Niners. I'm just a George Kittle guy. But Jimmy Garoppolo was at SmackDown, so he's my favorite right now out of the two, just because he went to a wrestling event. I don't see Jacoby Brissett at SmackDown Live.
No, Jacoby Brissett, he's sending out some whack-ass tweets.
Is he
asking
really?
you- He's like, if you drink a glass of water, do you have to wash the cup after because it's water?
No.
Yes.
He asks. He's like, what part of the pig is a football made from? Because it's made from pigskin. It's not really made from pigskin anymore.
Yeah.
He's just asking some dumb questions.
But the answer to the drinking water out of a glass, do you have to wash it? The answer is yes, because you put your lips on it.
Exactly.
Yep.
If you ask John looks like he has a different answer.
Yeah,
to
no,
say.
John was shaking his head no.
Rinse the goddamn cup out. It's not going to make a difference.
If you just like...
If you're sick, it may.
Yeah, if you just take a little bit of soap, wipe where you put your lips, you're good to go.
Yeah.
The rest of the cup's fine. It's just where you put your lips is where it's technically dirty because it's water.
But Jacoby Brissett, he's my quarterback, and until he leaves Indy, which is when he retires after a couple Super Bowls, he will forever be my
How many
quarterback.
interceptions did Bobby throw with Garoppolo?
Oh,
Madden?
yeah. I played Bobby and Madden, and we did like the random picks, like random. Those are your three teams
Oh, yeah,
to
the three
choose
randoms.
from.
3
Choose.
randoms and a forced fourth. If you don't play Madden that way, you're playing it wrong.
Yeah, so Bobby was the 49ers, and he threw 7 interceptions with
Oh,
Jimmy Garoppolo
no.
to me.
That's
Brissett
rough.
over Garoppolo.
Yeah. So I think unanimous Colts, right?
Oh, yeah. Unanimous. But I swear to God, if they lose this week, I'm blaming all of you guys for picking them, and I will force you guys to pick against them every week to come.
All right, if the Colts lose this week, you have my word. I will bet against the Colts every single game, no matter how much it affects my
We got it on
matchup
video,
against
we
John.
got it
It's
on
on video
audio.
and audio. Audio, we shook hands, so it's a bet. So moving on to our team, Jake and I's team, the Patriots versus the Bills. The battle of the 3-0 AL, the AFC East. I was thinking of baseball for some reason. We were talking about it before. But the AFC East, 3-0 Bills, 3-0 Pats. Brad?
Billy, you start. I started the Colts.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We went back to you, so I thought we went that way. Got confused. Patriots. I think the score is it's going to be high scoring for both teams. I think it's going to be 34-24 Patriots.
High scoring.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll get my chance to rebuttal.
The only reason I think it's high scoring is because there'll be some like fluke plays, and then the offense is gonna have to like try extra hard, and then it'll just be like back and forth.
John?
I said earlier, both defenses are good. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Agreed.
Josh Allen, to me, has proven to be a good quarterback. He might be one of the best quarterbacks out of that draft the year he was drafted. But
Thank goodness I'm going next.
I don't know. I think I got to go with the Patriots in this one. I think they're slightly better than the Bills.
What do you have for a
Slightly?
score?
Okay, extremely better.
So what do you have for a score?
I'm going to go with 21-17.
Okay, Jake.
So, if anyone knows my brother, he is the biggest Josh Allen fan there is. He said he was going to be the best in that draft class, and he's sticking by it.
He's been proving it so far.
He's been proving it so far. I got to give him that. But I personally feel like he's a bit reckless with the ball at times. If you guys saw that pick he threw last week, that was bad.
Yeah.
Biggest problem is he doesn't go through all his reads.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think with the veteran Patriots defense, I think they're going to be able to feast on that. I personally don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I am not convinced Julian Edelman's playing this week.
You don't think so?
I'm
returned
honestly worried.
He returned to practice on Wednesday.
Yes. Yeah, I think they still listen as questionable, though.
I'd have to double check, but if he is, obviously it's questionable. But
Yeah, I mean, obviously, still known to kill Harry, but then at that point you're rolling with Josh Gordon, Jacoby Myers.
yeah,
It's out.
Big game for
Dorsett,
Philip Dorsett.
Philip
yeah.
Dorsett. Yep.
If Edelman is out, Dorsett is posed to have a huge game.
James White should be back, I think, or is he ruled out for his kid?
He
still?
should be back. I would say it's a 1 week thing. Kyle
Yeah.
Van Noy was a 1 week thing.
What I do think, though, is I think this could be the week where Sony Michel finally has a game.
I
Should I
certainly
put him
hope
in my
so.
starting lineup?
Huh?
Should I put him in my starting lineup?
Who's your other running backs?
Let me double check.
If you have better options on Sony Michel, put in your better options.
Yeah, I think Buffalo's defense is good, but just to finish my thought while Billy's looking it up, I'm going to go 28-14 Pats.
You can't forget Tom Brady's 30-3 versus the Bills.
Yeah, true.
Tom Brady has more wins in Buffalo since 2012 than any quarterback that plays in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Gross.
All right, Brad. So my running backs are Derrick Henry,
Yep.
Alvin Kamara, and my flex is Sammy Watkins.
So you are not playing Sony Michel this week.
No,
You're rolling
doesn't
with
look
what you
like
got.
it. Okay,
But
that's what I was gonna
yeah.
do. I was curious what you
I'm
thought.
taking the Pats in this one. I do think it'll be kind of a low scoring game. I really liked when John said 21-17. I could see it being 24-20 Pats.
So close one.
A close one.
All right. So I forgot to write this down. All right. Panthers Texans. Brad, this was your game.
It was
and
my
pretty-
game. Like I said, I could see the Panthers upsetting the Texans. It could be my potential upset of the week. But I'm going to roll. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to take the upset. Panthers are upsetting the Texans. And I hope so too, because every loss the Texans get, it's better for the Colts.
That is very true.
So I'm going to roll with the Panthers on this one. They're going to get 5 sacks on Deshaun Watson.
I wouldn't doubt it, to be honest with you.
5 sacks, and Panthers win the game.
Jake?
I don't have a score prediction.
That's
The
fine.
Panthers win.
Like I said, Kyle Allen had a great week. 4 touchdown passes. Pretty impressive. I feel like not a lot of people gave him a chance, honestly.
Oh, I know I didn't.
Nope, I didn't do this.
So
I didn't even know who he was coming into that game.
I didn't even personally myself, but I'm still going to go Houston in this one. I know they still have a really bad offensive line, but I'm going to take Houston. It's going to be a close one. I'm going to go 24-21.
I'm
John?
going with Houston. Kyle Allen played the Cardinals last week. I don't think he's going to repeat that performance. I'm going with Houston 28 to 10.
I only really wanted scores for the Patriots game, so you don't have to include scores. If I ask for a score, that's fine. If it's like a game I feel like it'll be a good one. But for some of them, we don't have to. But, yeah. I also have the Panthers winning. Kyle Allen, 4 touchdowns last week, like you said.
Oh, okay.
But I think he's just going to be like riding on this high of doing so well in his first start. So I just think with the momentum he has, he could lead them over the Texans because, like Jake said, or Brad said, I don't remember, Deshaun Watson's going to get sacked a bunch probably.
It was me.
Yeah, it was Brad. So I thought, then I said the wrong name, so I kind of corrected myself. But, yeah, Panthers, Texans, I have Panthers. So this game, I do want to score just because we're going back to Miami. Chargers, Dolphins.
I'm just going to say, this is the biggest spread.
What is the spread?
14.5 points. Chargers by 14.5.
Okay, so I have the Chargers winning. Hold on, I had it. Where'd it go? Where are you in here? 35-6. Why?
I don't know.
Just it's Miami, and it's not going to be a touchdown and a missed field goal. It's going to be 2 field goals for Miami.
Okay.
No touchdowns.
So you don't think Miami scores a touchdown?
No.
Have they scored one? They scored one this season, right?
Yes.
One. And I mean, they scored one. Okay.
Yeah, John. Chargers, Dolphins.
Easy.
What's your score?
Chargers 38-7.
Jake?
What was the spread? You said
14.5.
Chargers offense has been dismal this year. I don't think they cover the spread.
What?
Oh,
What?
hot take alert.
I don't. Their offense has been horrible. But I'm going to go... I was going to go like 14-6.
Ooh, low scoring.
Low
wow.
scoring,
Okay. I was expecting you to say a score that accidentally covered the spread.
I was literally trying so hard not to do that.
I thought you were going to be like, it's probably going to be like 28-12. And they're like, oh, crap, covered the spread. Yeah, so unanimous Chargers, probably,
yeah.
right, Brad?
Chargers in this one. Chargers 34, Dolphins 13.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I didn't really get to say this when we were talking about Melvin Gordon, but Anthony Lynn said limited role. Austin Eckler's still going to be the main back. You
Yeah.
might see a couple touches here and there.
Yeah, he'll be like Ezekiel Elliott week 1.
He'll get
his share, but not be the dominant.
I think so. I think he's gonna get less than 10 touches.
Probably,
Less
but
than 10 touches the whole game.
yeah, but it's a little bit of a fair comparison in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, unanimous Chargers. Bucks Rams, Brad.
I mean, it's hard not to take the Rams in this one. The Bucks are just one of the most dismal organizations in the NFL. They're like bottom 5 team. I don't like anybody on that team except maybe Mike Evans. He doesn't repeat the same week he had last week. I'm telling you that right now.
Well, obviously, he had 3 touchdown receptions.
He may have a touchdown. He may have he'll be lucky if he hits 100 yards, but I'm taking the Rams this one.
Jake,
Yeah, quick and easy. Rams.
John.
Rams.
I also have Rams, but I'm in a little bit of a tricky situation of who I'm going to root for in this game because, however, I do have Mike Evans on my fantasy team. I also have the Rams defense.
So you root for a lot of yards, but no touchdowns.
Maybe 1
Yeah.
to Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
Yeah.
It's tricky when you have a wide receiver and the defense on the same team going against each other. It's like, But the wide receiver has a potential for more points. Unless you're the Patriots defense against Miami.
I don't want to talk about that.
Sorry, Brad.
No, you're good. You're good.
Scored me 40 points that week in fantasy.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I
Lost
brought it up. Seahawks, Cardinals.
Battle of the Birds.
Battle of the Birds. This is tricky. You know what? I'm going to pick the Cardinals.
Really? An upset?
Yep, upset. Kyler Murray hasn't won yet, right? I don't think
No,
so.
they're 0-2-1
Yeah, he's gonna get his first one.
against Seattle. I
Yep.
like it.
Well, I'm gonna be Bobby for this game. I'm gonna pick Cardinals over Seattle. John.
Easy. I'm picking the Seahawks. Cardinals are not a good team at all.
Well, I know they're not a good team. I did that
Then why'd
backwards.
you pick them?
Because
said.
I like Kyler Murray. That's it.
Okay.
Jake,
See,
prove me wrong. Because I know you're gonna pick Seahawks.
well, here's the thing that's going to surprise you. They were actually one of my surprise upset teams this week. I said the Cardinals have potential to beat the Seahawks as a upset. But for picks-wise, I'm going to go with the Seahawks. I personally am not a Kyler Murray fan. He just gets too many balls batted down at the line. He's got to find a way to get it over.
He either needs a big-time receiver, like a tall receiver, who can just go up and grab the ball, or he needs to grow like 3-4 inches.
Or they sign Antonio Brown. I'm kidding.
Again, he's not a tall receiver.
I know, but it's Antonio Brown. he
Got a
can
point.
he can throw it up there. He plays like a tall receiver.
I'm pretty sure they're the same height. I know Antonio Brown's under 6 feet.
Antonio
Yeah.
Brown's
Yeah.
5'10".
He's like
Yeah,
5'10".
he's literally my height. I could go out there and catch balls for him if he wants.
Yeah.
You have brick hands. No, you cannot.
I could go and be a distraction to the defense. That's what it would be.
No,
Brad-
Allison Algar has brick hands. Catch a ball, prick. Sorry.
Brad.
Wow, we know how John feels about Austin Eckler. Not
No,
Austin
Austin
Eckler.
Eckler.
Wow,
Aguilar.
about Nelson Aguilar. But
Could be
Aguilar,
4-0 right now.
if you're listening to this game and
All
you
he
want
did
to
is catch a ball.
and you want to give us tickets, we'll take them.
That's
we'll
all they
take
do
'em.
is catch a ball against the Lions. But no, Butterfingers, and against the freaking Falcons. Get out of Philly, dude. We don't want you here.
That's how John feels. But I'm going to take Seattle in this game.
Week 7, Nelson Aguilar is going to have 2 touchdown receptions. John's going to be praising him.
Oh, yeah,
Watch
no, it's
it.
going to happen. But
I'm
Seattle in
calling
this
it now.
game, their defense is better. Their pass rush is better. I think their defense is slowly starting to come back to what they used to be.
Yeah.
They just got to get a couple more pieces on that DB side. But Seattle's going to win.
Yeah, understood. Vikings, Bears, Brad.
This is a tough game. This is a coin flip. Again, I think this game will come down to whichever quarterback plays better. I think Dalvin Cook, he's had over 150 yards every game this season?
No,
Yeah.
he's had over 100 yards.
Over 100 yards every game. I don't think he hits over 100 yards this game. Not with
No?
the Bears. Not with the Bears
True,
defense.
true.
I think he'll hit like 80 or 90. He'll be close. This game is literally a coin flip for me.
Do you want me to flip a coin?
No. That would add to the excitement. But I think I'm going to take the Bears this one by like a very close margin.
All right, Jake.
Yeah, I am also going to go the Bears. I am big on the Bears. They are definitely they're my surprise NFC pick.
John.
Both defenses are really good, but I say every podcast, Kirk Cousins is not a good quarterback.
Yep.
I don't know why they gave him that much money.
Because they had money to
fully
set on
guaranteed too.
fire.
Fully guaranteed for maybe 1 touchdown a game.
If that.
Yeah.
I think the Bears defense will get pressure on him. I'm going with the Bears in this one.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bears as well, basically for all the reasons that were already said. Jaguars, Broncos.
13-3.
Yeah, I'm going Broncos, just so I can see the look on Bobby's face if the Jaguars lose. Like, I even called it. What now? They got to go undefeated. Gardner Minshew. He's doing pretty good so far. But
It is confirmed, though, that Garner Minshew is not Uncle Rico.
yes.
It is confirmed. They saw each other.
Did you see the video?
They both threw them footballs over them mountains.
Yes.
But they are not the same person, which kind of blew my mind.
Hashtag confirmed. Yeah, but I got the Broncos.
John?
I'm actually with the Jaguars in this one. Joe Flacco is not a good quarterback. Has never been a good quarterback. I don't know. I'm going to stick with the Jaguars in this one. Broncos are not a good team.
Jake?
Billy, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go with the Broncos.
Ooh.
I think I'm pretty sure I picked them in our podcast. If not,
You did.
I'm pretty sure I did.
You did.
But yeah, I'm going to go. I think Philip Lindsay has a solid game again. So
Yeah.
I'll kind of go with that. I'm just going to go Denver.
Brad?
So I do have to take the Jaguars, like John said. But you did say one thing that kind of blew my mind. You said Joe Flacco has never been a good quarterback.
No, he has never been a good quarterback, in my opinion.
Super Bowl MVP.
They only won that Super Bowl
You're
because
sounding
of their
like
defense.
Bobby, Brad. You're
They
sounding
only
like
won
Bobby.
that Super Bowl because of that defense.
I mean, I don't know. They beat Harbaugh.
That
They
is
beat
true.
Harbaugh, and I mean they also beat Colin Kaepernick, which isn't saying much.
Good.
But there was one point where I would say Joe Flacco, arguably an elite quarterback.
And that was that 1 year before he got his money.
Arguably. Yeah, and now he's like a dumpster fire in Denver. But I'm taking Jacksonville.
So, Cowboys, Saints. Brad?
If Drew Brees was healthy, this would be a really good game.
Yes.
I still think it's a good game. I still think Bridgewater is an okay quarterback. Dallas's trio of Zeke, Dak, and Amari is just disgusting. Like, I don't know how you stop that offense.
You really can't.
You really can't. And New Orleans defense, I hate to say it, they're not that good.
Nope.
The offenses are similar, but Dallas's defense is much better than New Orleans defense.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I have to take Dallas.
Yeah, believe me, I don't want to take Dallas, but I will.
I hate Dallas.
I'll take Dallas in this one. Teddy Bridgewater had a really good week. I mean, he was a starting quarterback in this league for a reason. He showed it, but I just don't think it's going to be a repeat performance.
John?
I don't want to do it. I really don't. I want the Cowboys in this one.
Yep.
I'm sick saying that.
Yeah, I also have to go with the Cowboys. And, guys, I'm going to come on your podcast on Tuesday.
Okay.
And if the Cowboys win, and Bobby says, "How about them Cowboys?" I'm going to straight up say, "Shut up, Skip."
That's awesome. Please do.
I
So-
will.
Gladly.
Billy has just invited himself to a podcast.
You invited me before we
invited
started
him
recording.
earlier. We did invite him earlier.
I
So-
said we need to get John on too. We need
On
to have
Tuesday?
a
John,
just a
Tuesday
whole-
John,
night.
Tuesday?
Whip into Bobby to feel. Oh man.
Okay, we are doing a collab episode on Tuesday, BB&J Sports.
It'll
with
be
Take
the
Lead.
BB&J Sports podcast.
Big
Lots
Baller
of Bs,
Brand and
lots of
Jimmy
Js.
John's.
Maybe we'll take your episode and upload it to ours too.
We could.
But then again, Bobby will take like 3 years to send me the audio file. So
He may.
He would.
But wait, we got what? One more game left to pick?
Yep, it's the Monday night game, Bengals Steelers.
Trash versus
change-
trash.
Trash
NFL,
versus
change this
trash.
game. NFL, change this game, please. No one's gonna watch
All
this.
right,
Like, have our
so,
local Pop Warner team play. Like,
all right, so talk about the game and who you're gonna pick, and I'm gonna.
I'll go reverse
pause the-
order. Okay.
I'm gonna restart
So,
the camera and I'm gonna grab something real
we
quick.
got a tough game, honestly, because both teams are trash. For that reason, I have the Steelers taking this one. Mason Rudolph, he didn't play great, but he played okay last week. And I just think the pieces that they have are better than the piece that the Bengals have. I mean, I don't know. I think both teams are just bad. They're bad.
Yeah, I think we can all agree this is just a bad Monday night game.
Terrible.
It just is what it is.
Do not waste your time watching Monday Night Football.
The worst
unless
part
you are
is-
a Steelers fan or Bengals fan.
The worst
If
part is,
so,
Brad-
change your team.
Brad's on vacation this week, and he's probably going to watch this game, honestly.
I am. I'm on vacation, and I'm gonna write our episode for Tuesday, and I'm gonna watch the game.
But I think I picked Pittsburgh in ours, but for once, I think I'm going to switch up. I'm going to go Bengals.
I like the
I'm starting
weapons.
to have a
that the Bengals
little bit
better.
change of heart. I do like the weapons better.
I cannot stand Andy Dalton though. He's trash.
Yeah, he's not that good, but it is what it is. I'm going to go Bengals on this one, honestly. Joe Mixon, I'm not big on. Gio Bernard's more like a James White type running back for me. So I'll just go Bengals, see what happens.
John, who'd you pick?
I actually may have to go with the Bengals in this one.
So Brad. Assign Bengals and Steelers heads and tails.
Oh, he's literally doing.
I'm literally flipping a coin because I
So,
don't know.
We are gonna say heads is Bengals, tails is Steelers. Tails never fails.
Heads.
It's heads.
Bengals.
Tails does fails.
So, Bengals for me. So, before we wrap up this show, Brad and Jake, did either of you listen to the episode that Bobby was on?
Yes.
Brad?
I don't want to hurt your feelings, so I'm gonna say yes.
It's not going to hurt my feelings.
No, I haven't gotten a chance yet.
Okay, because I had Bobby and John play a game called Name That QB.
Oh God.
I remember this.
And
I actually
two-
did pretty good.
You two are smarter than me, and hopefully Bobby and John in regarding. So, when Josh Rosen started week 3, he became the 21st quarterback to start for the Miami Dolphins since Dan Marino retired in 1999. So, I'm going to have you guys alternate, and I'm going to have you name that quarterback. I want you to name you're going to try to name every Dolphins quarterback in the past 19 years. And it's just like, Brad, you'll say one.
You're looking nervous there, big guy.
If you're right or wrong,
Okay.
it'll be Jake's turn.
Okay.
And whoever has the most points by the time both of you give
Okay.
up wins.
Okay.
And I'll let you know that Bobby won 4-2.
Okay.
Oh, gee, it's 4. That's it. I think I can beat 4.
Oh, hold on. We have a
That's the man
caller.
himself. Oh.
Hold on. Bobby, you're on the podcast. What's up?
What up?
You're on the podcast.
Wait, the podcast is going right now?
Yeah, I'm holding you up to my microphone on speaker. I'm hoping this works.
Let's go Jacksonville, baby!
See, told you all about Jacksonville.
Yeah, we had a feeling you were going to say something like that. But what's up?
Wait, how long has the podcast been going on for?
An hour and 3 minutes. Hour and 4 minutes now.
Wow, you guys are doing good.
Yeah, they're just about to start. Name that QB from when you were on.
Alright, I'll see you guys later then.
All right, bye, Bobby.
So that was the first live caller that we've ever had on the podcast.
Assuming you heard him.
Our co-host.
There's probably staying out the door
Unfortunately,
right now. Let's see.
We had the
Bobby.
entire cast of BB&J Sports on.
Yeah.
We did. This is part 1 of the part 2 collab episode.
All right, so Rock, paper, scissors for who goes first between you two.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right, Jake, you go first. Josh Rosen does not count.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
So Fitzpatrick counts?
Yes.
All right, I'll go Fitzpatrick.
Okay.
All right. Brad?
I'll go Ryan Tannehill.
Yep.
I'll go Chad Henne.
Yep.
I will go Jay Cutler.
Yep.
I'll go Matt Moore.
I know you're here. Yep.
I will go. Was Pennington?
Yep.
Okay.
He was one.
Another ton is Joey Harrington, right?
Yep. He was one.
I was gonna say Joe Harrington. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah, I've gotten what 3?
Yeah. You're already doing better than John Bobby.
I could pass, right?
Yeah, you can pass and then Jake will have another turn.
I'm gonna pass.
All right, I'll go Dante Culpepper.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh. Damn, I should have known that one. I feel like this should be so much more easier than it is.
You're missing one of the more recent ones. Last season, I think.
Did you bring him to the playoffs?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
No. No. Pass.
Trent Green.
Yep.
I'm just gonna keep passing Jake. Fire away.
Brian Greasy.
Yep.
Oh, God. There's one recent one, you said?
Yeah, there's one recent
think
one
of
you
it.
haven't gotten. It's the one before Fitzpatrick.
Tannehill.
No, you
you said
already
Tannehill.
got him,
Yeah.
You
Brad.
said Tannehill. Oh, Brock Osweiler.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, hold on. Do I have any more up there? Was Jason Campbell at all?
That sounds it. Yeah.
No, I said that last week and I thought
Yeah.
it was.
Nope.
No?
He's not on the
Interesting.
list.
I got him mixed up with Dante Culpepper.
Dan Marino.
No. Since Dan Marino
No, since Dan
retired.
Marino.
Whatever.
He didn't play since he retired.
Is there anyone with the last name Johnson?
No.
Oh, I was just taking a guess there.
Let me know when you guys give up.
I'm done.
I'll give up.
All right, so final score is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 3. Damn. The one. Do you want to hear the ones you missed?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you missed Jay Fielder,
Okay.
Damon Horde,
Oh, how do I miss Damon? Oh, God.
Ray Lucas,
Okay.
AJ Feely,
AJ Feely, yeah.
Sage Rosenfels,
You know what? That name still kind of sounds familiar.
Gus Farrat,
Oh, guess right. Yeah.
Cleo Lemon,
Yep.
John Beck,
Yep.
and Tyler Thigpen.
All in all, we did better than them, though. We got 11.
Yeah, I would say how many
Yeah.
quarterbacks were there?
20. Yeah, 20. Josh Rosen
So-
was 21.
Oh,
got-
man, I
we
almost
got
had half.
majority.
Yeah,
almost
you
had half.
Almost had half. So, good job, you guys.
Thank
Just
you.
felt like
Thank you.
adding a little bit
Thank
to
you.
it. So, that'll conclude Take the Lead for this episode. Brad, Jake, plug away.
As you know, as you heard earlier, B Harmon 58. The Harmon is HARMON 58 at the end. Literally on any type of social media, including Xbox, where again I will clap you in Madden with the Miami Dolphins. Jake, take it away.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, BB&J Sports podcast. Definitely check it out. Good listen for sure.
On Anchor and Spotify.
On Anchor
Every
and Spotify.
Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday and Thursday. Absolutely. We live record and pretty much upload that night. Fortunately don't have video like these guys do, but we'll get there eventually.
And I'll help them out if they need it.
Yeah, absolutely. But if I take Q&As on my second Snapchat there, Snake a Jake 2. I do Q&As on there. If whatever you guys want to listen to, let me know.
Yeah, John, where can they find you?
My Instagram's John O'Halloran 15 and my Twitter's _John _O'Halloran.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at William Kliski. You can find the show on Twitter and Instagram as well at TTL Pod. We'll eventually start uploading there. We're working on it. I'm trying to figure out a schedule type thing. And rate, review, and subscribe on Apple, Google, Anchor, whatever your favorite podcast listening platform is, Spotify. And this has been Take the Lead, and we'll see you on Tuesday.